Guys, so I just wanted to pop on today and maybe talk to you a little bit, make this short video about compound schedules of reinforcement, and maybe I can bring some clarity or bring it to light a little bit. So when you're thinking of your multiple has an SD, okay? Two or more schedules of reinforcement for one behavior. So if you see one behavior that's being reinforced on more than one schedule, you're going to know that it is a multiple schedule. So for example, if little Leslie is reinforced by her teacher for FR5, so completing 5 math problems, but when she goes home and she has her tutor, and her tutor has her on an FR15, that means that upon seeing her teacher, she knows that she has to complete 5 math problems. Upon seeing her tutor, she knows that there's a higher expectation of her. But it's one behavior, the math problems, on 2 different schedules, and there are 2 different SDs in that scenario that I gave you. So I'm just looking at these notes that I posted. I hope you all take a look at them because I tried to organize it in such a way that it won't be too overwhelming for you. So when you think of mixed, think of no SD and think that it's a bit more of a random sequence. I like to think all mixed up, right? Because, for example, Jake can sometimes watch his favorite show when he completes 5 math problems, and he can sometimes watch his favorite show when he works for 15 minutes. So sometimes it's random, it's all mixed up. He doesn't know when reinforcement is coming, okay? So mixed and multiple, they're dating, okay, or they're twinsies. Multiple has the SD, mixed does not. Now, chained and tandem are also dating or also twinsies, and chained has the SD, but tandem does not. So, 2 or more schedules of reinforcement must be completed in order. So think of a recipe. Order matters, okay? And you also have that time component. Now, with tandem, it is the same thing, but it can be more random. So we're seeing a pattern here, right? So you don't need to do it in order. The order does not matter. So for an example, with chained, going to the grocery store with a grocery list. The items on the list serve as an SD to get the next item. This must be gotten in order. In addition, this task must be done in 20 minutes. So FR5, FI20. So now the same thing with tandem, but you have no SD. Okay, so Sandy must first brush her teeth up and down 10 times, then must gargle water for 3 minutes. So if you think about it, it's almost a first then, because you still have that chain component where something has to come before the next, but there's no SD. All right, moving on, we're going to talk about concurrent. Whenever you see the option of the client having a choice, it's always concurrent, always goes with matching law, okay? Behavior goes where reinforcement flows, and basically if the client has a choice between 2 options, the client's going to pick the option of behavior to engage in that's associated with the stronger reinforcer. So Marcus has a choice of working for 5 minutes to receive an apple or working for 15 minutes to receive a candy bar. Since the candy bar is more reinforcing, Marcus will choose to work for 15 minutes. All right, the next one, alternative and conjunctive. I always count them as dating or twinsies as well. Alternative, your big highlight word is or, so either or schedule needs to be completed. And with conjunctive, possible SD again, but your big highlight word is both. Both schedules must be completed. So for an example for alternative, Karen's on an FR5 schedule to complete her math problems or a VI10 schedule. Whichever is accomplished first gets reinforcement. Either the 5 math problems or about 10 minutes goes by, okay, before she answers correctly. So either or, okay. With conjunctive, Jacob is working on reading sight words. He needs to read all 15 words and complete this in 20 minutes to receive reinforcement. So your big highlight word with conjunctive is and, okay. Both schedules need to be achieved or reached, I should say. All right, guys, I hope I brought some clarity to you. This is just a quick little video, kind of combing through a little bit of the little highlight words and little tactics that can help you remember the difference between your compound schedules.